welcome to week 6. We are going to be working on our colored blocks today, and this particular section of the blanket calls for anywhere from, I mean, you could use up to like 5 colors if you wanted to. I have 4. I'm using white as kind of my main color for my blocks. I'm also going to be bringing in some gray, this light aqua, and my limelight green color. I haven't been using that limelight green very much, and I decided it needed to get back in there, and I haven't used this since the beginning of the blanket, so it's time to work on some of these other colors. Now, after I finished week 5, I realized that I should have left my white connected, but you know, we're starting on a new week, so I'm just going to go ahead and connect it, because here you could change it to any color you wanted to. So I'm going to add it, and we are going to start with a chain 1 because this is going to be a single crochet row. This is going to be pretty simple. So single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet. Now, in this row, you need to work back loop only. It is imperative that you work back loop only, because we are setting up the next stitches. And this particular, the colored blocks, works in the front loops that we leave remaining from our back loop only rows, okay? So even if you hate working in just one loop, this one time you're gonna have to work with me on a couple of rows here and just do your back loops only. It's not my favorite either, because I like to just go right in there and you know, slam away at them because it just is easier. But we have to this is where we come into our time and finesse. So in the first single crochet, we're going to back loop only single, and it's going to be single crochet all the way across. Each corner is going to get a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. All right, and I'm going to do a couple more here. I'm not going to make you watch me do all 4 sides of single crochet because boring. But I do want to show you this. See how when we're doing a back loop only, it leaves this front loop. Well, that's how we create the actual colored blocks. I'm going to grab my other blanket real quick so I can show you on there. There's a reason we do what we do. All right, so this is the row I'm actually working on, is the one that's underneath here, these loops here. But these are the ones I'm leaving behind. The very next row we're going to actually work on is going to be this double crochet row, which uses the leftover loops from this row. So if we don't have those there, we don't have the ability to create this nice smooth front, because then it becomes, we'd end up having to work around the post instead of into a loop, keeping it flat. And we don't want that front post look. We want just a regular double crochet look, which is nice and smooth. Alrighty, don't mean to over explain anything, but I'm just encouraging you that, you know, if back loop only is your nemesis, make friends with it fast. All right, you guys, I'll see you back over on this side. Okay, so we finished row 49, and we are now going to be starting row 50. If you are changing your colors like the original, I used a blue starting this next round, but I want to do my colors in white and then white and then gray, and then I'm going to stack it the blue, and then I'm going to finish with the lime green. So I'm going to actually do white again on this round, so I'm not going to disconnect or take my cut my yarn. But if you are changing your color, cut your yarn and then reconnect in your corner with your, let's see, we're starting with a chain 1. So with a chain 1, and then your corner is going to be, so this would be as if I'm connecting my yarn, okay? So chain 1, and then we will single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet. Now we're going to be working in the back loops as we're going along here, because we want to continue to create this front loop row here. This is where we're going to start creating our square shapes or our blocks. So we are going to single crochet in the back loop only of 2. Working in the open loops from row 48, we are then going to do a double crochet in 4. So that means we're not going to start in this one here. We're going to start in the one directly below. Let me bring it up closer. So this one, which would be that single crochet right there, we're not doing that one. We're going directly into the loop of the one below that. So we're going to double crochet into this one here. Okay, and now we're going to go 3 more times in that open loop. Along the front, okay. Now we are going to skip these 4 stitches back here, because this is going to be, these are counting as these, so these we will skip. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the next one, the next single crochet, go into the back loop only and do that 4 times. 2, 3, and 4. Now once again, you're going to be going to the row 48 open loops. Skipping 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to do a double crochet into this loop here. And do 4 double crochet. Skip them in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back loop only of the next 4 single crochets. So that's going to be your repeat going across. You're going to do back loops only of the single crochets. So we are 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and double crochet into 4. This might be a little bit harder to see with me working with white here, but let me just finish this real quick and I'll bring it up closer so you can see the difference. Here we have the 4 double crochet, and then here we have, this is what it should look like. You should have open loops here and open loops here. And this should be 4 double crochet. Once again, open loops, okay? So you're gonna go, every 4 is gonna be double crochet in the front loops, and every other 4 is gonna be single crochets in the back loops only. I will meet you back over here on our next corner so that we can turn the corner together, and then I'll let you finish this row on your own. Okay, we are at the opposite corner now, and we're gonna finish up the row the same way that we started. So we're gonna do 4, I should say the side, 4 double crochet, we'll skip those 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We will back loop, single into the last 2, then do your corner like normal, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet. All right, so go ahead and continue that around. I'll meet you back at the beginning. Don't cut your color. make sure that you have 130 stitches on each side after you're done with this round. I've completed my round 50, gone ahead and slip stitched into the first single crochet. And I know it's kind of hard to see with the white, but see how each side comes right up to the end here. Do not cut your color off. If you're working with blue or whatever color you're working with, just go ahead and slip stitch into the corner, chain 1. You are going to single crochet, chain 3, single crochet into your corner. My yarn is... So I'm going to do one more round of white. It's gonna mostly be covered up by the next row, but we need to do this establishing row because what it does is it finishes off this color. It'll make more sense later. So this is not a real hard row. We're just going to back loop only, single crochet into every stitch. Every single crochet, every double crochet is gonna go back loop only, single crochet. This sets us up basically for the next round of double crochets like we did here. Okay, so go ahead. This one, like I said, is a super simple row, or round, I should say. It's just going to be single crochet. Go ahead and do that. Go all 4 sides. Go ahead and slip stitch with this first single crochet here, and then you can cut off after this row because we're going to be switching colors. Make sure before you cut though that you have 132 stitches on each side. I have completed round 51 and confirmed that I have 132 stitches on each of my sides. I went ahead and I joined with my first single crochet and cut it off, and now I'm going to start on an opposite corner just because I like to twist my work. It's my thing. All right, I'm gonna make sure I grab the right hook over here, and I'm switching my colors down. I'm gonna go with the gray. Now you're gonna be using this color for 2 rows. We're going to do another row that has the double crochets, and we're gonna do another row of just the back loop only single crochets. I'm gonna join in the corner with a chain 1, single crochet, chain 3. I'm gonna get that better positioned in the camera there, and a single crochet. Now, per instructions in the back loop, we are going to single crochet in 2, working in the open loops from row 49. So this is row 48, this is row 49, 50, and 51. So this is the row that we're going to be using the open loops from. We are going to double crochet in 2. So skipping 1, 2, go down to the next one, and double crochet. Now you're going to want to watch that you're not pulling these too tight, because from now on we are going to be going down a full 2 rows. So you'll want to loosen those up a little bit so that they're not pulling too tightly. All right, so we double crocheted in 2, and now in back loops. So basically over the spots that have double crochets here, we're going to be doing the back loop only singles. 2, 3, and 4. And in the spots in between the doubles, we are going to, in the second row up, putting our doubles. And we're doing 4 of those. Skipping 4 in the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back loop only, single crochet. this is what we're going to be doing all the way across, is alternating between the double crochets 2 rows down and single crocheting in the back loops only of row 51. Now, this is why it was important for you to carry this color here up into here, because it actually is part of your square here, okay? If you had switched colors on this row, while it's hidden behind here, it's gonna show here. So each one of these square, blocks is actually a 2-row procedure, creating the double crochet portion and then doing the single crochet portion right above that. Let's see, we're going to continue just a little bit longer, but this is going to remain exactly the same. Then on the other side, you're going to do the exact same, where you're just going to have 2 double crochets, and then you'll have 2 single crochets, and then you'll do your corner, because each side is going to match, okay? And double. And a double, skipping 1, 2, 3, 4, and single, back loop only, all right. So at this point, I'm going to let you continue on, because this row just stays exactly the same throughout. And let's bring my lighting in a little bit better. A little crisper in there, so it's there, it's better. I can see a little more. All right, so go ahead, and I'm gonna let you do this row, and go ahead and do row 53 as well, because that is just going to be a back loop only single crochet in each of the stitches around. On this row, which we're on 52, make sure that you have 134 stitches after you complete the rows on each side. And then after you complete round 53, you're going to have 136 stitches on each of your sides. Okay, so this one just continues to repeat that same 4, 4 across, and I will meet you after we complete row 53, and we will be switching colors again after row 53. So after you do your second row here, you're going to be able to cut off again and change your color. Okay, I will see you after these 2 rows are done. All right, we are starting on round 54. As you can see, I've already done my join in the corner with chain 1, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. I'll give you a minute to get caught up. You should have had 136 stitches when you ended row 53. All right. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do starting on the round is work in the back loops only. We're going to single crochet in 2 spots, and then we're going to do a double crochet in the loops 2 rows below. And we'll do that twice. Okay, and then we are going to, in the back loops only again, skipping these 2, skipping 2, do back loop only in 2, then working in the loops 2 rows below. In the next 4, you're going to do double crochet. Try to stay kind of loose on these so that I'm not pulling them real tight. Skip the 4 behind, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and in the next 4, working back loop only, single crochet. Now this is going to be the repeat that you're going to go across this whole side with, working 4 double crochets in the loops from this row here, and working the back loops only, doing single crochets in the open 4 there. All right, so keep going across there. I'll meet you on the other side. On this corner, it's going to end the same as it started, where we single crochet in 2, we're going to double crochet in 2, and then we'll single crochet in 2 as well. But I'll do that corner with you, and then I'll let you go on the rest of the round. Okay. I'm to the opposite corner now, and like I said, we're going to finish it up exactly the same way we started. We're going to back loop only in 2. We're going to double crochet around the open loops from 2 rows below. If I can get my hook in there. We are going to skip 1, 2. We're going to single crochet. Back loops only, 1, 2. Now into the corner, single, chain 3, and single. Alrighty, now you're ready to tackle the rest of the blanket. Go ahead and finish the remaining 3 sides. Join with your first single crochet right here, and then go ahead and, because the next row is going to be a straight back loop only single crochet like we've done on the previous 2 row colors. So go ahead and take care of that. I will meet you after row 55, and after round 55 you should have 140 stitches on each side. Okay, I'll meet you back here with that, and we'll change colors one more time. I have finished up with round 55, and I have made sure that I have 140 stitches along each of my edges. And now I'm going to start with round 56, same way that we've been starting, with a chain 1, single, chain 3, and single. Okay, working in the back loops, we're going to single crochet in 2. Then we're going to go into the loops down here. Working in the open loops, skipping these behind, and working from round 55 again. Single in 2. Double into 2. All right, and now we're back on our regular 4 and 4. Skipping these 2, single crochet in 4, and double in 4. Skipping the 4 behind, 1, 2, 3, 4, singling in the next 4, back loop only. Okay, so this is going to be your repeat across, doing 4 and 4, excuse me. Then on each of the corners, because of the way that we've set this up going so far on the previous rows, we're going to do 2, 2, 2, and 2. Okay, same as the opposite side here. 2, 2, 2, and 2. All right, I'm gonna let you finish up this round. Go ahead and join with a slip stitch to your first single crochet over here. When you get to the end here and you slip stitch into this first single crochet, I'm going to recommend that you go ahead and cut off your color and change color. Now, if you want to wait until the next little section of video to decide before you cut that color off, then give it a couple minutes and watch and see what I do. If you feel like you want to carry your color on, then you can do that as well. But it's too hard to explain to you without showing you. So, all right, I'll see you in this next segment. All right, so round 56 has been completed. I have 142 stitches on each of my sides. So this is where I had suggested that before you join and cut off your end like I did over here. I know I'm moving on with another color, but you may want to just watch and see what I do first before you decide to do that. But I'm going to join like normal in the corner. Chain 3 and get everybody going in the right direction here, and a single crochet. All right, so we are going to once again back loop only, gonna single crochet into 1, then we're gonna half double crochet into the open stitches from this row as opposed to jumping down 2 rows like normal. So half, not double, and half. All right, skipping the 2 behind, single, single, not continuing with the half doubles, not the doubles. Back loop only. Half doubles. Into the open loops. And then to the 4. Okay, so I'm just going to pause real quick here. This is what we're creating here. So when I go and I do my next row, which is going to be all single crochets into the back loop only, like we have been doing, I am going to be creating kind of the same look that I have down here, repeated up here. It's going to look like a double crochet. So after you do the next round, which is 58 into the back loops only, then you'll finish up with one last row in single crochet into both of the loops like normal. So you can decide whether or not you want to continue with the same color here, you know, and cut off or not cut off. If you don't mind having, you know, half double crochets that kind of come right next to it in the exact same color. The reason that I had done that is because of the way that my colors were lining up. But I like the way that this looks. I'm going to stick with it and with the way that I've changed my colors. But like I said, this is all completely up to you and how you do this. So I'm going to continue on with my white. This is going to continue in the exact same. The only difference is going to be these are going to be half double crochets instead of full double crochets like these down here. Your next row will be back loop only, single crochets, and the next row after that will be both loops, single crochets. All right, so I'm going to actually let you finish up this section because it's pretty much self-explanatory from here on. You'll continue doing the exact same on each of your corners. Don't forget, this one is not going to be 2 like it has been previously. It's only going to be 1 on this corner. All right. I'm going to meet you up here once I finish round 59, which is 1, 2, 3 more, you know, total rows. And then we should have 150 stitches at the end of round 59, and that's going to be the end of week 6. All right. I'll meet you up over here. Hey everybody. Thanks for sticking it out and working through round 59 with me. We have 150 stitches on each of our sides, and I hope that you're happy with the way that your blocks have come out. If you have any questions, you know where to get me, so we'll talk with you soon. Bye.